Bhagavatam. This is Lord Vishnu has come to meet King Pruthu. Prior to his coming, everything was explained by Narada also, as well as by Brahmaji, if you remember. Brahmaji had given some explanation to King Pruthu because he had told him not to kill Indradev. Indradev is the person who had come and disrupted the yagyas by masquerading as a Brahmana. But 3 times King Pruthu and his son had let him go. So when that happened, Lord Vishnu comes to visit him. And Lord Vishnu has given him an idea that what he has done is very good by not doing anything to Indradev. Though Indra is the person who has started evil in this world. I hope you understood. He is the one who starts the downward fall of everything. This is what was mentioned earlier. Let me just go back to it and give you an idea. So I think we have left the book behind. So I guess you understand that he is responsible for all the ill-boding things in this world. Everything that goes wrong. People do wrong actions. So now we will continue from the next verse where we had stopped. So let us begin today's satsang. We are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Part 2. This is Chapter 20, Lord Vishnu's appearance in the sacrificial arena. The great Saint Maitreya continued, My dear Vidura, in this way, Maharaj Pruthu, the conqueror of the entire world, accepted the instructions of the Supreme Lord on his head. As King Indra was standing by, he became ashamed of his own activities and fell down before King Pruthu to touch the lotus feet. But Pruthu Maharaj immediately embraced him in great ecstasy and gave up all envy against him for his having stolen the horse meant for the sacrifice. So we are recapping the whole thing once again, where we understand that the Lord has come over there and Pruthu Maharaj has bowed down to the Lord, and the Lord Vishnu has also brought along with him Indradev. And Pruthu Maharaj has forgiven Indradev for taking away the horses from the Ashwamedh Yajna. And then what he does is, he touches the feet of the Lord and embraces Indradev and says that it's all right, you don't have to worry about all these things. And we have come up to this particular point. Now we'll continue from verse 19 onwards. King Pruthu abundantly worshipped the lotus feet of the Lord, who was so merciful to him. While worshipping the lotus feet of the Lord, Pruthu Maharaj gradually increased his ecstasy in devotional service. The Lord was just about to leave, but because he was so greatly inclined towards the behavior of King Pruthu, he did not depart. Seeing the behavior of Maharaj Pruthu with his lotus eyes, he was detained because he was always the well-wisher of his devotee. Now it so happens that Pruthu Maharaj is, when he bows down to the Lord, he goes in a state of ecstatic bliss. He feels one with the Lord. This is a state where once you meet the Lord, when you meet God, you are going to enter into this beautiful state. There is no way of description, and nobody can ever say what this state actually looks like. A small glimpse of it we see in our day-to-day life also, but cannot be compared. Let us say you see the hero whom you are, whom you are always looking up to. Maybe a film star, maybe a rock star, maybe some kind of a musician, or maybe your own president, prime minister, or somebody like that. Your political leader. Someone whom you revere in your life. And when that person comes to you, near you, and looks at you and says some words, at that given moment in time, you feel very ecstatic in life. We have something which is called a fan moment. Like you meet a great film star, and he looks at you and he shakes hands with you. You may not even wash the hands for many days. There are people in this world who do that, by the way. And it is a fan moment. But this is in nowhere comparison to when you meet God. And when you know that the Lord is in front of you and He is looking towards you and smiling and saying a few good words about you, you are ecstatic. You literally fall down at His feet and you are literally crying away to glory. Now, this is a state of being of a person who is in love with God. Human beings normally don't go through these kind of states because they are not in love with God. When you look at a human being, that human being is busy in his own world. And being busy in their own world, they hardly have time for God. This God actually doesn't exist for them because they don't seem to give Him even this much amount of space in their life. This is a very unique state. Those who are on the path of spiritual are constantly lost in the Lord, but they don't get to see Him. You have to understand this. Those who are on the path of spiritual don't get to see the Lord. No. They only feel ecstatic. They only feel one with Him. How do you feel one with Him? When you bring Him to your mind, when you bring Him inside of you, when you put Him inside your heart, and you feel one with Him. That's it. Again, in our life, when we lose someone whom we love, let us say somebody has lost their wife, somebody has lost their husband, somebody has lost their mother, father, somebody like that. And we feel to have oneness with them. Would you bring them in your mind and put them in your heart and feel loved? Kind of, isn't it? But that is human love. That is nothing to do with spiritual love, with the Lord. And that is what He does. So now the Lord is feeling that I need to stay here for some more time. I can tell you one thing. If you were to ever meet the Lord, okay, darshan we call it. So if you get a darshan of Vishnu, Narayana or Sri Krishna, it is going to be momentary. You know what momentary means? You do like this and it is gone. It's finished. It doesn't last. But if you want it to last, the kind of devotion King Pruthu has, that kind of devotion you need to have. So, The original king, Maharaj Pruthu, his eyes full of tears and voice faltering and choked up, could neither see the Lord very distinctly nor speak to address the Lord in any way. He simply embraced the Lord within his heart and remained standing in that way with folded hands. Narada had described this particular state of being in the Narad Bhakti Sutra, where he says, your eyes are going to water, your hairs are going to stand at end, the hair on the back of your neck, it stands. You get a chill down your spine. You start crying for no rhyme or reason. Tears just keep on flowing. Your mouth dries up. You cannot utter a single word. And it feels like as if you are completely melting inside. This is a unique state of a devotee of the Lord. This state comes to only in case of extreme devotion. Otherwise, it doesn't come. Sometimes people go through this kind of a state, sometimes for a very short moment in time. After that, they cannot remain in that state at all. It doesn't mean that they are highest devotees. It only means that they get attracted towards this kind of a thing. So, this is the original Maharaj. Why is he called the original Maharaj? Because he is the first king of the entire planetary system. Okay? So he remained standing with folded hands. The Supreme Lord stood with his lotus feet almost touching the ground while he rested the front of his hand on the raised shoulder of Garuda, the enemy of the snakes. Maharaj Pruthu, wiping his tears from his eyes, tried to look upon the Lord, but it appeared that the king was now not fully satisfied by looking at him. Thus the king offered the following prayers. Maharaj Pruthu is looking at the Lord. The Lord is there right in front of him. He is riding his Garuda. One of his feet is dangling down. He puts his hand in front of the Garuda like this and looks at him in a very loving manner. King Pruthu in turn doesn't feel like he is satisfied with looking at the Lord. See, just seeing him in that state brings a lot of tears and joy in him. And suddenly he starts saying some words. These are nothing but praises to the Lord. When we say praises to the Lord, they are called prayers. My dear Lord, you are the best of the demigods who can offer benediction. Why therefore should any learned person ask you for benediction meant for living entities bewildered by the modes of nature? Such benedictions are available automatically, even in the lives of living entities suffering in hellish conditions. My dear Lord, you can certainly bestow merging into your existence, but I do not wish to have such a benediction. Here, King Prithu is telling the Lord, he says, my dear Lord, just looking at you, I am so happy and blissful. And yet you want to give me some kind of a blessing or a benediction. Like you can ask me anything, I will grant you your wishes. He says, wishes can be asked by anybody, including the ones who are in hell. See, even if you are suffering, or if you are in some heaven or some hell, even if you are going in your own ways, like you are going somewhere, you are going to a 5-star hotel, okay, and you can say, can I get a bottle of water? Can I get a better room? Can I get an upgrade? Are you not doing these kind of things also in life? Right? So you go to a restaurant also, you also want something better to eat, isn't it? In life also, if you are going through hell and misery just now, are you not going to ask for happiness in turn? If you don't have money, are you not going to ask for money? So here the Lord is saying, Lord King Prithu is saying, these kind of petty things are asked by everybody. But I am not interested in any of these things. See, the great devotees of the Lord actually don't ask for anything. They don't. If you remember, prior to this we had done something about Dhruva. And he had actually asked for a position which cannot be shaken. It is such a petty thing to ask. And any which way, what is supposed to come to you will anyway come to you. What is the point of asking something? You know, I met many people in life. They go for this Nadi, Jyotish, astrology, this, that, so many things. They will go to some person, astrologer, and say, can I get something which will change my luck? And they will go and put some rings, they'll put some malas, they will tie that thing, Every temple in North India, you will find they tie that yellow red thread around around their wrists. It is nothing but telling you that, can I get this? Can I get this? It really doesn't matter whether you have it or you don't have it. Let us say you are a non-believer. Non-believer. You don't believe in all this nonsense also. You don't believe in God also. You don't trust anybody. You don't believe in God. You don't trust in an astrologer or a palmist or all these kind of threads and, malas and rudrakshas and all these things. You don't believe in all these things. Tell me something. Will that person not get what he wants? He is anyway going to get. He doesn't need to believe in any God. Can you understand this sentence or no? And you have a belief where, oh, if I wear this mala, I will get money. If I wear this thing in my hand, I will be protected. So such a false belief we have. These beliefs are all wrong. Because here he says, what is entitled for you will anyway come to you. Whether you are a believer or non-believer or an atheist or something, does not matter. So because it is due to you because of your karma. So you may not believe in God. Doesn't matter. But there is a deeper philosophy in this, which goes beyond this kind of a petty demands. I want this and I want that. The Lord is benevolent. He gives whatever you are supposed to get. Right? So, King Prithu says, I don't care about this kind of a benediction. I don't want anything. My dear Lord, I therefore do not wish to have the benediction of merging into your existence. A benediction in which there is no existence for the nectarian beverage of your lotus feet. I want the benediction of at least 1,000,000 years, for thus I will be able to hear about the glories of your lotus feet from the mouths of your pure devotees. This is a very, very beautiful demand that he has. In this demand, what is he saying? He says, I don't care for any benediction from your side. I am not interested in, even merging with you. Now think about it. When you merge with the Lord, you cannot enjoy anything. You understand what I'm saying? You go inside the Lord, what is there to enjoy? There is nothing left for enjoyment. There is nothing left to even look at a person. Right? See, when now let us say you are standing outside the Burj Khalifa building in Dubai. Okay? You are looking at the grandeur of the building. Wow, such a beautiful structure. Such a tall building. Now let us say you enter the building and you are going inside the lift. That awe and that grandeur of looking from outside doesn't even exist after that. Isn't it? Simply because now you have entered it, you have merged with it. So here, there are these different kinds of muktis, Sayujya, Salokya and all that. So in one of them, where you become one with the Lord, he says, I don't want that. King Pruthu says, I really don't want that. But give me these millions of years, at least 1 million years, so that I can listen to the glories spoken by the gurus. See, I am doing satsang about the Lord. I am speaking these words. You are listening to these words. So those who do bhajan, kirtan, satsangs and so on, it is such a beautiful thing to hear these words about the Lord, where you feel separate from that person, but by just listening to it, you become one with the Lord. You might have noticed the same thing happening when you are listening to music. When you listen to a beautiful piece of music, some of the very old classical ones, you put it on, and after some time your eyes are closed and you are completely drawn in that music. This is what happens. That is the reason why he says, can you give me this million years so that I can listen to your praises being done by these great sages and saints through their satsangs, through the mouth of the pure devotees. My dear Lord, you are glorified by the select verses uttered by great personalities. Such glorification of your lotus feet is just like saffron particles. When the transcendental vibration from the mouths of the great devotees carries the aroma of the saffron dust of your lotus feet, the forgetful living entity gradually remembers his eternal relationship with you. Devotees thus gradually come to the right conclusion about the value of life. My dear Lord, I therefore do not need any other benediction but the opportunity to hear from the mouth of your pure devotee. Now, this is the beautiful thing that happens. Like I am doing in continuation every day. Verse after verse, day after day, we are continuing with the Srimad Bhagavatam. It is one of the most profound scriptures of all times. It is nothing but the stories of the Lord. The stories of the Lord are being recited over here. I am telling them, I am deciphering them, I am giving you the explanation over here. That is such a beautiful thing to listen to. Imagine you are absent for 1 week or even for a day or two. You know what happens to you? You have no idea where we are. You are just listening, somewhere in the middle. And when you listen to that, you are not connecting with what is happening. You think you know. I want you to think on these lines. There are lots of beautiful movies out there. There are lots of serials out there. Right? There are lots of episodes which are, broadcast every day. Now you may be watching something on Netflix, okay? And you have seen the series, the first series. In that you have seen episode 1, 2, 3. And after that, you were out of station, you had gone somewhere. You are not able to log into that network and see for the next 4 days. And now you are again coming back on a Monday, and then you are logging back in. And then you are looking at the, already 1, 2, 3 you had seen. 4, 5, 6, 7 is gone. And now you are seeing the 8th episode. And in the 8th episode, there are a number of characters introduced. The main character, King Pruthu, is there. No doubt about it. The King Pruthu is there. But other things have happened. You don't know anything about it. What happens to you? You are completely lost. You don't know what you are doing. You cannot concentrate also. You cannot be in love with God because very simply you don't know what the hell has happened. That is why continuation is a must. Very beautiful stories are there. I have personally done these scriptures. Now this is the second major time when I am doing this scripture. I had done this earlier also. But this time I am sure you are seeing a fabulous difference, a difference which you can never ever imagine. Because this time I am giving you an in-depth meaning of this. And that too, I can tell you one thing for sure. It is still at the surface level. It is not deep dive. Nobody can deep dive. Nobody. It is what is written in the Vedas also. The Lord says, Sri Krishna says to Uddhava about Vedas. He says, even the sages, the saints, and all the gods like Brahmaji and Shiva do not know the real meaning of the Vedas. We are going to learn this verse. Even Brahmaji and Shiva don't know the meaning of these words. What are Vedas? How can anybody tell you? It is impossible to know. No human being can know. Even the sages and the saints cannot tell you the answer. See, imagine you are missing one word from the Veda. One word. Finished. You will not even understand anything. Got the point or no? This is not that kind of a yoga, meditation, kind of a retreat, kind of a thing. No, no, no. This is the in-depth knowledge, and that is what he says. So please give me this opportunity so that I can listen to it and I can grasp these meanings. So, my dear Lord, you are glorified by the select verses uttered by the great personalities. These sages, these saints, these gurus, these masters, they are saying some words which you have uttered. Remember the last satsang we did? The entire satsang, 0 to 16 verses, was nothing but the words of Sri Mahavishnu. And there were only 3 people over here. There was nobody here to even listen to the words. They were very important things in life they were doing. Looking after their family, sleeping, going out somewhere, going to work. Everybody is very busy in their life. So the words of Mahavishnu were never listened by anybody. After that I gave explanation also. That also nobody was here to listen to it. Because you seem to be very busy. This is the essence of the Lord. You can have a wishy-washy kind of a devotion to the Lord. You can go to some temple somewhere. Oh, I went to this place. Oh, I went to that place. In the Vedas, Sri Krishna is saying, you will not even understand anything. Forget about coming to me. You will be coming back again and again and again and again on this earth in some form or the other. Because if you are going to have this kind of a wishy-washy devotion, it doesn't work. So anyway, only for the highest devotees this is being said. So when the transcend, such glorification of your lotus feet is like a saffron particles. When the transcendental vibration of the mouth of the great devotees carries the aroma of the saffron dust of your lotus feet, the forgetful living entity gradually remembers his eternal relationship with you. Devotees thus gradually come to the right conclusion about the value of life. My dear Lord, I therefore do not need any other benediction but the opportunity to hear from the mouth of your pure devotee. Now, I'll give you an example. Think about it. You know, you have heard about a place called Naples, right? Naples is in Italy. You know, the pizza over there is the best pizza in the world. That pizza contains the base. Okay? It contains the tomato paste, some cheese. Now, these three ingredients, are they not there in every pizza in the world? So, you try any pizza, these three ingredients are called the base. It is like, it has to be there. But that one little leaf on top of it changes the entire taste of the pizza. You understand what I'm saying? The Europeans and those who understand, fine dining, they use only one or two ingredients which changes the entire texture and the flavor of that dish. They use herbs. You come to India, there are 30 spices put in one item. And yet we say that our food is very tasty. Sir, you are not even getting the taste of one simple ingredient in it. You can't see there is cinnamon in it, can you? There is mace in it. Okay? There is coriander in it. There is curry leaves in it. How many things are there in it and you can't even make out what you are eating? There is no taste in that. But the same thing if you put one ingredient which changes the structure. And believe me, life is like that. These great sages and saints who recite these spiritual scriptures, they are not giving you a hodgepodge Indian meal. No. They are giving you the essence of the Lord. Exclusivity. One simple thing. What is inside it? Now you will understand why Vedas can't be understood by anybody in this world. Because nobody knows what the essence is. In the similar manner, King Pruthu is saying only these sages, the saints, the gurus, the masters, when they say certain things, I would like to hear them. My dear, highly glorified Lord, if one in the association of the pure devotees hears even one of the glories of your activities, he does not, unless he is nothing but an animal, give up the association of devotees. For no intelligent person will be so careless as to leave their association. The perfection of chanting and hearing about your glories was accepted even by the goddess of fortune, who desired to hear of your unlimited activities and transcendental glories. It is such a pathetic way of looking at life. People join satsangs and then they leave and go. So he is saying, unless he is nothing but an animal. Many people have come in the past, listened to my satsangs, and after that they have all gone away. Sometimes I have only 2 or 3 people listening to it. They are very dedicated and devoted people. These people listen. The rest of the people come and they go. They have very important things in life to do. So they behave like animals. Here King Pruthu is very clearly saying, some people just leave and walk out. When you are listening to the word of God, you have to listen to it so intently, completely lost in it. If one in the association of the pure devotees, when the Guru and the masters are doing the satsangs and you are listening to the words, the glories of the activities of the Lords are being discussed over here. So many stories have gone so far, isn't it? The various avatars of Mahavishnu we have seen, Narayana taking so many forms so far. We are still in Canto 4. We have still a long way to go. But if you do not listen and you give up association with the devotees, the devotees are nothing but the people who are very much into this world, listening to this on a daily basis. Now, material worldly people are lost in their material world. They are lost with their wives, husbands, children, parents, relatives, friends, all these kind of people. Everybody is lost in them. But they do not want to have any association with the devotees. How many people want association with the devotees? Hardly any. Everybody is interested in all other things in the world. I have to earn my living, so I have to go there. If you have this kind of a nature where you think you have to earn your living, you have to run a family, don't you see the entire world is doing the same damn thing? If they are doing the same thing, you are doing the same thing, what is the big deal that you are doing? This is what he says. Keeping the company of the devotees is so important. For no intelligent person would be so careless as to leave their association. Especially the gurus. They are the highest of the devotees of the Lord. When somebody leaves the association of the gurus, what have they gained out of it? On the contrary, they have moved away from the Lord. The perfection of chanting and hearing your glories are accepted even by Mahalakshmi herself, who desired to hear your unlimited activities and transcendental glories. Now I wish to engage in the service of the lotus feet of the Lord and to serve just like goddess of fortune, that is Lakshmi, who carries a lotus flower in her hand because his lordship, that is Sri Krishna, is the reservoir of all transcendental qualities. I am afraid the goddess of fortune and I will quarrel because both of us would be attentively engaged in the same service. Now this is very, very strange verse which you can understand. See, in this world there are lots of people who keep on wanting to be better than the next one. I have had people who come to me and they want to compete with the next devotee. Oh, if she is doing this, I want to do better than him, better than her. There is a competition, a healthy competition. And this competition is important. So King Pruthu is saying this, I want to compete with Lakshmi ji. Mahalakshmi. She sits, rubbing his feet. I want to be higher devotee than her. This is a competition everybody has. And it is encouraged by the Lord simply because that is the way love grows. So, my dear Lord of the universe, the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, is the mother of the universe. And yet I think she will be angry with me because of my intruding upon her services and acting at the very platform to which she is so much attached. Yet I am hopeful that even though there is some misunderstanding, you will take my part. For you are very much inclined to the poor, and you always magnify even insignificant service unto you. Therefore, even though she may become angry, I think that there is no harm for you because you are so self-sufficient that you can do without her. So this is a strange verse where he is saying to the see, me and Lakshmi ji, we are going to compete for your love. Okay? She may be doing all kinds of things, but yet I want to be the leader of this. And I am sure you will take my side only. You will not take her side. Because you have said that whatever little that you offer, that you are always pleased with it. So any which way, she is there 24/7 sitting over there. But I have come over here now. I want to be better than her. So I want to do better service for you. I want to serve you more. And this is the beauty of love. That every person feels that they have to do better than somebody else. And this jealousy factor is always there, by the way. In the world of devotion, this factor called jealousy exists. And the Lord encourages it. And this is something you will be amazed to know. The encouragement is given always. Okay? It is constant. The attention is only the Lord. And to serve Him in the most beautiful manner. That is extremely important. That is why this happens. Great saintly persons who are always liberated take your devotional service because only by devotional service can one be relieved from the illusion of material existence. Oh my Lord, there is no reason for the liberated soul to take shelter at your lotus feet, except that such souls are constantly thinking of your feet. This is the state of a devotee. A devotee is constantly thinking of his feet. He is not thinking that what the other person is doing. Please understand this. It is not like, oh, she is given so much, I want to give double that. No, it's not like that. Looking at the feet of the Lord is extremely important. Keeping your attention on the devotional aspect. Don't compare yourself. Don't even go out of the way and thinking, oh, this one is better, that one is better. No, it does not really matter. When you keep the feet of the Lord in front of you, that is all that matters. My dear Lord, what you have said in your unalloyed devotee is certainly very much bewildering. The allurement you offer in the Vedas are certainly not suitable for pure devotees. People in general, bound by the sweet words of the Vedas, engage themselves again and again in the fruitive activities, enamored by the result of their actions. This is what I was telling you. The Vedas have been written in such a manner that the common man falls for it. He doesn't understand any meaning of those Vedas. No Panditji on this planet Earth, no Pujari, nobody in this planet, including the Sadhus, Sant, Mahatmas, they do not know the Vedas. I have told you this tens of times. Nobody on this planet Earth can even decipher one verse of the Veda. It is not easy. They have been written in a codice, in a codex, and nobody knows what it is. What they do is they go after all these suktams and all that, and they will say, oh, if I do this suktam so many times, I will get money. Okay, I do this Shri Suktam and this one and that puja and that part. You go to temples, do this offering, do that offering. It's like every day. People dance in front of gods. Last one whole month, I am seeing the updates put up by one person. This person every day puts up some kind of a, oh, somebody is dancing, somebody is cutting a goat's head, and something is happening. What all things people do in this world? They watch all these trashy films and they want to excel themselves in all this kind of worship. Zero, zilch you will get, zilch. You won't get anything. Please let me assure you this much. Because the Vedas are telling you something which it says, you do this, you get this, you do this, you get this, you do this, you get this. Your parents also know this. Your forefathers, they thought like this only. Chalo, we will do this puja, we will get this. You look at your own parents also. They also have coached you in this. Here the words are very clear. The allurement you offer in the Vedas are certainly not suitable for pure devotees. Allurement is excitement, the kind of a hook that is, do this, you get this. People get carried away by these Vedas. Don't get carried away. Don't go to these temples and do those kind of services that are mentioned over there. So, no use. Nothing is going to come to you. Only that which is due to you will come to you. Wearing rings, going for astrology, palmistry, this thing, nothing is going to come to you. Only what is due to you. No Brahmaji and no Shiva can change your destiny. Please let me tell you this much. Nobody can change your destiny. So don't be under this mistaken impression. This is what is written. And people go after fruitive activities thinking that if I do this, I'll get this. My Lord, due to your illusory energy, all living beings in the material world have forgotten their real constitutional position. And out of ignorance, they are always desirous of material happiness in the form of society, friendship, and love. Therefore, please do not ask me to take some material benefit from you. But as a father not waiting for the son's demand does everything from the benefit of the son, please bestow upon me whatever you think best from me. People have forgotten their constitutional, state. They are ignorant. They don't understand. So what are they doing? They are running after material worldly happiness. From whom are they running after? In the form of society. Okay? Friendship and love. They are looking for love and friendship amongst their, people, places and things. They think that some person in their life is going to give them love. Some person in their life is going to give them happiness or friendship. Nothing is going to come to you. Please, can you not understand this? No friend is yours. No relative is yours. Nobody is yours. Can you not understand this? And yet you are running after those things because the Vedas have said so. This is such a fake thing. Therefore, please, so he says, Pruthu Maharaj says, so I don't want any of this kind of benefit. So please don't try to give me them. The great sage Maitreya continued by saying, the Lord, the seer of the universe, after hearing Pruthu Maharaj's prayers, addressed the king, my dear king, may you always be blessed in engaging in my devotional service. Only by such purity of purpose as you yourself intelligently express can one cross over the insurmountable illusory energy of Maya. Only with devotion to the Lord, surrendering at His feet, is the only way in which you can gain the Lord's attention. There is no other way. No Vedas, no Shastra, nothing can tell you there. Nobody in this world can take you there. Just listening to the glorious words, satsangs about His glories is the only way in which you can go there, only through the path of devotion. My dear king, O protector of the citizens, henceforth be very careful to execute my order and not be misled by anything. Anyone who lives in this way simply carries out my order faithfully will always find good fortune all over the world. So the Lord, he is about to go. And when he is about to go, he tells King Prithu, see, I have given you some job to do. That job you do. Don't do anything else, because the world is going to mislead you and tell you, do this. If you go and do this, you will get this. All these things, don't listen to it. I am telling you what I want from you. Just do this, pray to me, and be surrender to me, and always be in love with me, and you will get everything that I want you to have. And this is the only way in which you can reach me. The great Saint Maitreya told Vidura, the Supreme Lord amply appreciated the meaningful prayers of Maharaj Prithu. Thus, after being properly worshipped by the king, the Lord blessed him and decided to depart. King Prithu worshipped the demigods, the great sages, the inhabitants of Pitraloka, the inhabitants of Gandharvaloka, those of Siddhaloka, Karanloka, Pannagaloka, Kinnarloka, Apsaraloka, earthly planets, and the planets of the birds. He also worshipped many other living entities who presented themselves in the sacrificial arena. With folded hands, he worshipped all these as well as the Supreme Lord and the personal associates of the Lord by offering sweet words as such wealth as possible. After the function, they all went back to their respective abodes, following in the footsteps of Lord Vishnu. So he does prayers to everyone, like we have done in the previous chapter also. Everybody is praised, and then finishes the prayer. The Lord then goes away along with all the other people who have accompanied him. The infallible Lord, having captivated the mind of the king and the priest who were present, returned to his abode in the spiritual sky. King Prithu then offered his respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Lord, who is the Supreme Lord of the demigods, although not an object of material vision. The Lord revealed himself to the sight of Maharaj Prithu. After offering obeisance to the Lord, the king returned to his home. So here we have come to the end of this chapter where he says that after doing all this and praising the Lord was kind enough to give him the darshan. The Lord never gives darshan to anybody, but he was kind enough to give the darshan, and he has fulfilled all his dreams. Now he is only going to do what the Lord has said for him to do and run his kingdom and do all those things that which the Lord has said. Praise the Lord and listen to the satsangs, do his bhajans and kirtans, and live happily. So we have come to the end of this verse. So we are going to stop over here for today. Recording stopped.